I used to think powerful men were impossible to shake. Men who owned skyscrapers, carved empires out of numbers, and walked through this world like gravity itself stepped aside for them. Men like Damien Valtieri, billionaire, CEO, elite. The type of man whose presence didn't just fill a room, it rearranged the air in it. But nothing prepared me. For the moment my word, just one simple, quiet no, could crack the surface of a man like him. The night it happened started like any other. I was working at the Westmont Gala, dressed in the standard deep navy uniform, my hair tied back, a practiced smile in place. I wasn't born into money. I didn't grow up with chandeliers or violins humming through rooms. I was just a girl trying to finish her master's degree, paying bills one shift at a time, a ghost among glitter. But when Damien entered, even the chandelier seemed to dim in deference. He walked in wearing a charcoal suit tailored like Sin shoulders broad, jaw sharp, expression unreadable. Cameras clicked, conversations paused. It was instinct, I guess. Everyone reacted when he appeared, the same way people react to thunder. His eyes swept the room with the casual ownership of someone used to commanding everything he touched. He didn't believe in limits or losing. I'd seen him once before, briefly months back. He didn't remember me. I didn't expect him to. But this time, he noticed me. I felt his gaze settle on me like heat through glass. I tried to look away, but something in his eyes, something dark, curious, almost startled, pulled me in. As if he was trying to place where I fit in a world he'd already mastered. All evening, I tried to convince myself I imagined it. A billionaire wasn't looking at me. Men like him didn't look at women pouring champagne for strangers. But every time I moved across the ballroom, I could feel it, that subtle, unwavering attention. I stepped into the service corridor to catch my breath. That's when I heard his voice behind me. "You're hiding," I turned sharply. Damien leaned against the wall, one hand in his pocket, watching me with a slow, almost dangerous half-smile. "I'm working," I corrected softly. His gaze drifted over my face, not in a crude way, more like he was reading something written beneath my skin. "What's your name?" he asked. I hesitated. "Lena." "Lena," he repeated, as if tasting the sound. "Why haven't I seen you before?" I didn't know how to answer that. So many people existed beneath his line of sight. "I'm just on staff for the event," I said. Damien stepped closer. Not enough to invade my space, just too close for someone who wasn't supposed to be noticing me at all. "You're not like the others," he murmured. It wasn't flirtation, it was observation, almost analytical. Like he'd spotted something unusual and couldn't look away. He reached out slowly as if to brush a loose strand of hair near my cheek. That's when I said it. "Don't." He froze. I had no idea saying no to a billionaire would feel like stepping into the eye of a storm. His hand hovered in midair, suspended, his eyes dark, focused, suddenly stripped of every layer of charm locked onto mine. "No?" he repeated, like the word was foreign. "Yes," I whispered. "Please don't touch me." The air shifted. It wasn't anger I saw, it was shock. Genuine, unfiltered shock. No one told him no. Not socially, not professionally, not personally. Damien Valtieri existed in a world where doors opened before he reached them. I didn't mean to embarrass him. I wasn't trying to make a point. I just didn't want to be another object orbiting his gravity. He dropped his hand slowly, as if forcing it to obey him. "I apologize," he said quietly. The apology stunned me more than anything else. It sounded strange coming from him, as if unused muscles were being tested for the first time. Before I could respond, a staff supervisor peeked into the corridor. "Lena, the champagne tower needs refilling." "Oh, Mr. Valtieri, I didn't realize." "It's fine," he said, eyes still on me. She blushed, nodded, and disappeared. I turned to leave, but he spoke again, softer this time. "You're the first person tonight who hasn't tried to impress me." I swallowed. "I'm not trying to anything." "That's exactly it," he murmured. And for the first time, I felt something slip behind his flawless billionaire composure. Something vulnerable. A flicker so quick, I wondered if I imagined it. The rest of the night, I avoided looking his way. But he watched me. Not with hunger or arrogance or entitlement. With curiosity, with restraint, with something I couldn't name. When the gala ended, I slipped outside to breathe in the cool night air before heading to the staff exit. He appeared beside me. "Lena," I startled. "Mr. Valtieri?" "Damien," he corrected gently. I shook my head. "You don't know me." "Not yet." There it was again, that controlled intensity. The kind that could convince the world to reshape itself around him. But I wasn't sure if I wanted to be pulled into that orbit. "I can give you a ride home," he said. "It's late." "No," I said again, more firmly this time. "I'm fine." His jaw clenched not with anger, but with something that looked almost like confusion. As if he couldn't understand why the word felt like a blow he'd never expected. "Do you think I have bad intentions?" he asked. "I think you're used to getting anything you want," I answered softly. "Including people?" His eyes flickered, hit directly by the truth. "And you?" he asked. "Are you someone who can't be gotten?" I took a slow breath. "I'm someone who chooses." He stared at me, really stared, as if no one had ever spoken to him like that. Then something in him shifted. His voice dropped. "Tell me what to do then." I froze. Damien Valtieri, billionaire, titan, feared negotiator, was asking me quietly, sincerely, how not to break whatever fragile boundary had just formed between us. "Respect my no," I whispered. His expression softened a rare, raw crack in his armor. "Then I will." There was no seduction in his tone, no performance, just truth. And that was the moment everything began. Because a man like him wasn't supposed to be shaken, but he was, and it was my fault. I didn't see Damien for 3 days after the gala. 3 days where I convinced myself that the moment would fade, that he'd forget me the way people forget a passing reflection in a crowded place. Men like him didn't hold on to things that resisted them. They replaced them, moved on, redirected their hunger to something easier, something willing. But on the 4th evening, as rain blurred the city lights outside the cafe where I worked part-time, he walked in. Not with his usual commanding stride, not dressed in a sharp suit. He wore a dark coat, rain on his shoulders, hair slightly undone. He looked human, almost out of place in my normal world. And he wasn't looking around, he was looking for me. His eyes found mine instantly. The same stillness from the gala passed over him, but softer this time. Not demanding, not intense, just real. I swallowed hard. "You shouldn't be here." "Maybe not," he admitted, voice low. "But I needed to see you." "Why?" He took a breath. "Because that night didn't leave me alone?" My chest tightened. "Damien, I'm not here to corner you," he said quickly. "Not here to chase you. I just wanted to understand what it was about you that made me listen." He stepped closer, then stopped himself as if remembering the boundary. "No one has ever told me no the way you did." I wasn't trying to insult you. I know. His voice softened. That's why it mattered. Customers glanced at us, sensing his presence the way people sense a quiet storm. But he didn't care. His focus stayed entirely on me. I've lived in a world where everything bends, he said, where money moves mountains, where people say yes before I finish the question. And suddenly, there you were. Someone who didn't. Someone who didn't need to, he corrected. The rain outside deepened, streaking silver behind him. For a moment, the world felt like it was narrowing, pulling the two of us closer even as we kept our distance. Damien, I whispered, I don't fit into your world. He shook his head gently. Maybe I spent too long in a world where nothing felt real. His vulnerability broke something in me. Not pity, something more dangerous, understanding. You don't owe me anything, I said. He blinked. Then why does it feel like I owe you honesty? About what? He hesitated, then let the truth fall between us. I don't want control with you. I just want a chance to know you without the power I'm used to. A breath caught in my throat. I'm not asking for yes, he said. Just don't disappear. My hand trembled on the counter, not from fear, from the weight of someone finally meeting me without armor. I won't, I whispered. Relief flickered in his eyes, quiet, fragile, real. He exhaled slowly. Then that's enough for tonight. Damien turned toward the door, pausing only once. And Lena, thank you for teaching me what no really means. The rain swallowed him as he stepped outside, but the echo of his words stayed shattering something inside me, just as deeply as my no had shattered him.